Seniac, why are there so many planes flying around like this? Me. The air traffic control tower employees are on strike. Seniac, set up blimps. Me. Fly, you fools. Seniac, as we're now creating a little bit of everything, but no glass or crops. But we're borderline getting there, guys. Seniac, next episode I'll focus on unique factories. Me. Please, let there be a factory kingdom. Seniac, we don't need airplanes and helicopters. We need blimps for cheap and safe transport. Me. Screw this. Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Fool's Kingdom here in City Skylines, where your boy set up blimps for days. Last episode right now. You can now transport from Woodville to Oiltown and even to Southall. Get the right fall there. All via blimp. I mean, it's a long way. It's kind of crazy. But they're using it. They're using it right now as a mode of transport. I would not like to be on a blimp when it goes down halfway across the ocean. Just say it. But guys, if you do enjoy this episode and this series, I want to see more, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new around here, then make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. Now today, guys, we're going to be looking at and focusing on unique factories. We've got a bunch of different kind of industries set up. Which now, with all the goods that we're creating, obviously we're not making glass or animal products just yet. I believe we need to kind of double check right now. So Karen Scott's not. Oh no, wrong one. No, wait, I clicked. Oh no, that's the nature park. Damn it, Seniac. Not making any animal products, and over here in Ortown, we're not making any glass just yet. So, gotta bear that in mind when it comes to some of the unique factories that we're going to get set up. But hopefully we're going to kind of spend that little bit of industrial demand that we've got going on at the minute. But also, with these unique factories, they should then start making us a little bit extra cash money moolah. Now, I'm going to put them based in the areas that would benefit the most. Like, it wouldn't make sense me building the furniture factory, like, on Oiltown, when all the wood is in Woodville. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So hopefully we're going to go around right now and kind of set up a few little kingdoms and industries. But before we do that, I want to take a look at the blimps. How is the blimp line doing? I know there is a lot of blimps on the scene. If we go to line details, we're getting 117 passengers from 12 vehicles. But right now, there is just so many people waiting at these stops. So maybe I add in an additional 6 to make it 18 blimps. Whew. They're going to be backlog, boys. They're going to be, I mean, I say moving backlog, but look at the gaps, the big gaps you've got in between each next blimp. Eventually it will kind of all flatten out. But we just need more blimps on that line. It's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy right now. But the airports are being used anyway. They can still transport from the airports over here to go to where they need to go to. So we're pretty much still all good, guys. We're still all good. So let's take a look at these unique factories then that we can get set up. So unique factories, bam. There we go. Let's take a look. So we've actually already got one of them in, which is the household plastic factory, which this would have been placed over here. And I believe oh, hang on, there's the building over here. Wait, how long have these buildings not had water? Oh, snap, wait, they all don't have water. Right, throw another little thing in just there. Is that the... Oh, there you go. There's the household plastic factory. So that is the one building we've kind of got in right now as a unique factory. It's been starved for water for so long, so I don't know how much it hasn't been working, but we're making good money off that. It's operating as normal, apparently. And is that the only one? Yeah, it's the only one we've got in. So going back to basics then, we have the furniture factory, which requires planed timber and paper, which obviously would make so much more sense being built within Woodville itself. So for a placement, for somewhere to squeeze this in, all the buildings are over here, the plain timber, the paper over here, so it makes more sense to kind of build it around this area. Now it is quite a large building, so I'm wondering what the best option would be to kind of get it in. Maybe just here will be a good little option. Yeah, I think so. I think so. So give that some time then, and as time goes on, we'll start to see some benefits coming from it. But let's also set up the standardized factories for it anyway. So from the get-go, I want to implement some factories in general. Now I'm going to place these here on the entry point to the airport, just because we really have reduced the traffic around here right now, as we've got the train line now all set up. We're going to have one here set up for do I do plain timber and paper? I think so. Plain timber We'll do one for paper just here. Then I get a smaller one because it is technically a smaller factory altogether. And if I squeeze this in... Right, if I squeeze this in just here on the little cul-de-sac section, this can be for then there we go. I was trying to look for it then for a second. Our unique factory products. So at least everything can be stored around it. The only thing I'm missing is a warehouse for commercial products. I don't know whether to get that in a little bit closer down here or kind of keep it within this industrial area. Maybe I squeeze it to over here because the traffic is completely dead. That's the crazy thing about this area right now. So if I actually extend the road a little bit, improve the road network. And let's say I come down. Actually, let's say I connected this road here and just kind of brought it down to there. Right. I can get another large, big factory like this. And then we can throw this to make this then to be just the generic commercial goods. So any commercial areas around will, you know, benefit from all of that. It's all got water. We're pretty much all good to go. Planes are landing left, right, and center right now. Sweet, mate. I'm liking it. Pretty sweet. Now, the only problem with Woodville is the only way they can trade with other islands and kingdoms is by plane. So you are going to see that kind of additional plane traffic more than normal. Unless I kind of built or made this have the ability to kind of connect to, but I don't want to. Just going to leave it as it is. We're all good. We're all good. So we'll start to see a lot more hustle and bustle right now in factories around this area as these vehicles around this area, as these factories then start to improve. These are now building stuff, so I'm actually going to increase the production rate, try and get the maximum out of it, which is really exciting. So look at that, we're making some sweet cash, money mola. Nice. Now, did I do the same for over here in terms of we've got the plastics, we got the petroleum, but did I set up a warehouse for the unique factories? I don't believe I did. So I'm going to squeeze a small little factory just there. And we'll make this the unique factory products, which is going to come directly from the household factory plant. Just so we got somewhere to kind of store them for now. So that will be low-key kind of handy. Kind of handy, boys. And our next unique factory. So then we move on to the bakery, which does require animal products, which unfortunately we do not have. So we can't move on to that one just yet. We have then the industrial steel plant, which turns metals into steels. Is that what it does? Either way, that's going all the way over here in the ore town. Nope, that's Caronville. But you can feel what I mean. Which, again, this is quite a big building, so I need like a little bit of a flat surface to work with. Or we just kind of carve this whole mountainous region area into what we're building. Interesting. Oh, actually, I can build it like somewhere like here if I set up a better road system or something like that. So it is quite flat coming down to this kind of area. And is it quite flat there? To a certain extent. So if I kind of chose this... Oh, let me change the road up. I want it in the industrial road. So if I switched it all up slightly and kind of did a little... I'm hoping it can fit in within that too wide gap, well, there, which it can. So if I drop it like that, and the reason for it is I can run then this road going up. Well, it's slightly off-centered, isn't it? Hold on. Because then I can implement some factories and stuff going around it to kind of, you know, utilize this area. So if I just get the water first, pumping all the way up, and then we'll do one to the side there. We'll do one up to the side just here. And that will allow us then to... I know we need power, but it'll allow us then to kind of work with it. So again, we have no warehouses apart from the generalized storage just over here for anything else. So first things first, the big boy factories. One there. One there. And then do I squeeze one at the very end, or should I go for like a slightly smaller one? We'll do a 2 section there. So nice big industrial plant we've now got set up. Now obviously we're not producing the glass just yet, so we'll set one up to be metals. We'll set this one up to be glass, even though we're not producing glass just yet. And these can be our unique factory products. There we go. There we go. Actually, no. The other one can actually be commercial products for the local area. And we need to then give it or hook up the power towards it. So straight across and to there. Wonderful. So that will now slowly start functioning. We'll then slowly start getting the goods coming in, which they're already producing. Holy moly. So we ramped that up for an extra production rate to get more money coming in. And as time goes on, we're going to see some big cash money moolah coming out of this place. So again, we're not producing any glass just yet. So maybe we should take a look at setting up some glass factories or production buildings in. So we've got those big boys, and these are the glass ones, the fiberglass plants. Yes, they are. So the slope is too steep. So we'll take it from this direction. And we'll drop one there, one there. Oh, it gets way too steep all over again. We'll place them just there. So it's only 2 factories, but, you know, every little helps, I suppose. Straight across. And at least we can get something rather than nothing, right? We have something rather than nothing going on in Ore Town right now. Okay, GG everybody, GG. So we should start to see some improvements coming out of Ore Town right now. Give it a little bit of time to kind of tick along. But we're now able to kind of create and export higher value goods, which is really exciting. So our next unique factory that will be available is the plain timber, the paper, and the plastics, which create a toy factory. Ooh, now this is an interesting one. Because we're going to need to be able to trade with Oil Town to get some plastics coming in. But then the kind of point comes down. Where do we place it? Now, it's 2 wood products versus one oil product. So 2 to 1. Woodville wins by getting that toy factory, right? Is that how it works? I assume that's how it works, but then we kind of have to, you know, do stuff to kind of make it work. So I could squeeze in this beautiful, beautiful little toy factory just here right now. But I'm going to also then need a factory that stores plastics nearby. So then if I got a small warehouse, and what size should we go with? Do I go for that size or do I go for a little bit bigger? Oh, damn, what? Will that squeeze in just there? You're a little bit too big. We'll go for this size here. So if I kind of place this right on the corner there and chose that to be plastic, so then we'll start slowly getting plastics coming in and over from Oil Town, which will then fuel our little toy factory. But the problem we got is, right, too many planes. Too many planes. We need to be able to trade. So is that when I then, you know what, just do it. Just connect the shipping line over to here. Now what I do, I'll just connect it to there for now, so at least it can kind of get to Oil Town. It's a long-winded route, but the airport's overcrowded right now. We need help. We need legit help. So we'll see how that now ticks along. So it's got the paper, it's got the plain timber, just needing the plastics. It's going to have to wait for plastics to be imported from Oil Town over here. The airplanes are waiting. Off they go. They don't wait for the other plane to get off. Another plane's coming in. But we'll see as time goes on if that shipping route does become beneficial. They're already going to the cargo airport hub. Oh no, they've come from it. So we'll just see how it goes. It'll be interesting to see what happens. So some of the other factories are going to be like that too, where we need it from other places, as we then move on to the printing press, which is paper and plastics. So then do we do the opposite? Because we got one in over here, do I then set up the printing press in Oil Town? Or do I scrap that and have it in a completely different kingdom altogether? That's the interesting one, isn't it? That's a tough one, though. It is a tough one. I feel like I like the printing press within this area. Now, does it give off too much pollution? It kind of does. I could implement the printing press, let's say, like over here. Right? Because it's right near the cargo airport where you can bring some goods in. but it does require paper and plastics. So we should create some small little warehouses nearby in this localized area. So how big can I make? Oh, okay, that should be good. So if I did one there, one there, one there, one there, and then one there. So a bunch of warehouses that can store a bunch of different stuff. So we'll only kind of categorize them when we need them. So we need paper in one. We need plastics in the other. So straight away, they've got the goods able to be stored for whatever we exported out. But we also then are going to require another warehouse, which I'll put just on this side here. And that then will be solely dedicated to our unique factory products. Nice. So when we add some more, if you ever add any more factories in within the False Kingdom, I can use these 3 other warehouses to then store the goods that they kind of potentially need. And we'll see what happens. So. Has this got the plastics yet? Not yet. It's still awaiting some plastics, but that's okay. We've only just set up the connection for them. So give them a little bit of time. Give them a little bit of time right now. So our next unique factory then is going to be the Lemonade Factory, which is crops and glass. Now we've just recently started creating glass. And they're storing glass over here. Now, crops and glass, I don't feel like a lemonade factory should be in Ore Town. I think it should be within Karen's Crops. It's all natural. It's vegan lemonade, guys, okay? It's vegan lemonade. So, the goods, they'll actually fly the goods in, or they can actually ship it in. It really doesn't really matter. But I feel like we should... Oh, snap, we got water issues in Karen's Crops. So, where are we placing down the water stuff? It's over here. So if I place another one just there. I didn't realise Karen's Crops was having a drought. But that should kind of sort things out. As it now is. So we'll place the lemonade factory within Karen's Crops because it's like an extension of their current work. So if I drop this big boy factory down right now, it's like it's integrated with the whole area. Plus it's so close to this little train line here that can export the goods out or bring goods in depending on where they kind of take them from. But we ramp up the production there. All they need is crops and glass. Now, we're producing crops, boys. So many croppages right now coming out of Karen's Crops. We just need glass coming in. So we're going to set up a beautiful warehouse. We'll set up 2 of them. So 1, 2. So 1 is obviously going to store the glass locally for the factory. And then this one is going to store the unique factory products. And we need more water pumping over here. There we go. So as time goes on, they'll eventually be able to then start creating lemonade. Again, really exciting. I'm really excited for all this kind of production. Because if it all goes to plan and it all kind of goes down, well, then we're making so much money. I'm just hoping that we can supply a constant load of glass just from these 2 things. Probably not, but we'll just see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Only time will tell. Now, I'm still interested in what's going down over here. Ships are now able to make their way down. So they can actually now come from this entry point and go to different parts, depending on what line they've connected up. But more importantly, we can now export the goods via ship. So we might see a little bit more traffic heading down here. But have they... Oh, they've brought the plastics over, guys. And we got some localized plastics being stored right now. Good stuff. So it might take a dent out of the profits of Oil Town for a little while, which at the moment it doesn't look like it is. So to see how that goes. It's just sweet, mate. Sweet. Okay. Right. Next factory. We have the electronics factory, which is plastics, glass, metals. So this is 2-to-1 in favour of Oil Town right now, the electronics factory. But it's going to need glass. Wait, what did it need again, sorry? Oh, it needs plastics stored locally. Right, now we're kind of looking a little bit edgy in terms of where I can actually build stuff. So we got to be a little bit careful because everything's all on a slope going down right now. I got a little bit of room here to build something. If I bought this road going across. to here. I could implement... Oh, no. Do you know what? Oh, build... Wait. There we go. I can build it in, but it's looking like it's going slightly uphill. Now, if I drop that in there, it looks okay. It's not too bad. Now, this is our electronics factory. It needs glass, metals, which we're all producing locally. It just needs plastics coming in. So, we need to set up another warehouse right now. Which, do I have this more locally? Like, I can just drop it there. And we'll sort this out to be plastic. So plastics will be coming over this area eventually. Pretty sweet. So let's just kind of smoothen off some of the rough edges that we've now created. Up the brush size. There we go. There we go. Nice. So, given the water that they desperately require. So, there's so much plastics now going to be coming out of Oil Town right now. To export to different kingdoms. They're making a fortune with all these exports. It's a good job everything's all intertwined and connected with like planes and ships. Did they eventually get their glass? Not yet. I haven't got any glass stored locally just yet either. So that'll either come over by ship or they'll fly it in and then bring the goods over. So we've really ramped up now our distribution of products all over the kingdoms. Just with the small stuff that we've kind of got all up and running. Plastics and paper are coming in right now. So again, we're making a nice little chunk of change. Everything's looking good. And for the first time ever, we've really reduced the amount of vehicles heading over here. Maybe because we're now kind of exporting more by plane. It could be a thing. I don't know. It's interesting though, isn't it? It is interesting. Damn, that's some sweet cash coming in right now. Whew. Damn. Damn. Have we got plastics in? Not yet. Not yet. But to be honest with you, they can also drive the plastics up when you think about it. Because like from Oil Town, they go for that bridge there, which pops up here. Go to this big junction, take a left here, go underground there, through here, pop back up. So it's not like they can't get the goods over. They've got 3 ways. Shipping it, flying it, driving it. Yeah. So next then, there's got to be another one that I can't do at some point. Animal Products can't do a clothing factory. Petroleum Refinery. This is now bringing metals back from Ore Town to Oil Town. Petroleum Refinery, guys. Oh my. This is a big building though, isn't it? Oh, this is the big daddy. This is the big daddy of all buildings right now. Where do I throw this bad boy? Right, let me, before I do, let me take a look at the terrain heights. And get a kind of gist. I mean, it's quite flat from the get-go just here. Oh, I could have it right there where you could drop off the goods. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. So if I placed it here, right, just quickly smoothen. Let me get rid of you. Oh, there we go. A bit of lag. Push that back. Smoothen that off. So it doesn't go straight into our... when there's rain, it all comes down into here. So we water down the fuel. Placing that there, though, because it's right next to this, which becomes a really good connection for the goods. Now, the only thing it doesn't... well, it hasn't got is metals coming in. Petroleum and plastics are all being produced in Oil Town. So I'm going to increase that. We're going to create fuel. I just need metals coming in. So meaning I'm going to need a big... I'm going to go for a big boy warehouse. But where do I drop it in? Right, what I'll do is I'll create a road going just to there. And we'll drop it in just here. And then I'll bring that down to there. I'm trying to create a little round piece. I know it's not perfect, but it just kind of goes around right now. And if I build another big boy down, which the slope is too steep, which we're going to have to kind of sort that out ourselves. So again, pushing it all back. Up the brush size. Oh, that's smoothing in it. Hot damn. He really is pushing boundaries right now, isn't he? He really is. To squeeze you in just there. So this can actually be the unique factory products. This can then be the metals that I'm then required to utilize. So that's got water. That should all have water. That's got water. It should all have power. Well, not really, but we'll connect it over to the main grid. Then it's all got power. And then we're producing fuel. And it's all intertwined and connected to this stop here, so we can bring goods over from over there, from over here, from the airport. But we can also ship goods out to the airport or drive it out. No matter what happens, it's all close by. Holy moly, man. We got a petroleum refinery right now on Oil Town. That has just changed the game. That's a big boy factory too. Yikes. If I ain't making millions of dollars by the end of this, then there's something definitely going wrong right now. There's something definitely going wrong right now. Right, are we making lemonade? Yes! We're making lemonade. Good stuff. Up the production on this because we need more plastics coming in. Haven't bought the plastics in just yet. So we're still waiting for a delivery on those. Oh, good, oh, good, oh, good. Waiting for metals. So metals got to come back as well, which then would basically require me to kind of up the production of Ore Town right now. Because we aren't making a lot, to be honest with you. So, Ore Town. I need a few more of these buildings right now. So if I come off here to there. Squeeze another one there. Another one there. So we've doubled our production instantly. And then those big boy buildings. One there. We pause. Delete that road. Bam. Straight up. Bam. So we've doubled up production on both sides of it, on the metals and the glass. So that can only be a good thing, right? That can only be a good thing, hopefully. Hopefully, he says. So unit factors, and back to this then, we're now looking at soft paper factory, which is, oh, it's a little bit of everything, isn't it? It's paper, plastics, oil, crops. Now, what are we using over here? Paper and plastics. So if this one became then oil, which by oil, hang on, by oil, what does it mean? It means petroleum, doesn't it? Petroleum and then crops. Which crops is actually quite difficult. Because they've got to come from quite a distance. And I can't store them locally. So if I had something like that in. Oh my goodness me. Maybe this is not the best idea for this to be over here. It's a huge building. I didn't realize how huge this building was. Damn, Soniac! But what I can do is I can bring that, say, down by 10 and a key it by 10 to go up by 10 and then we're normal ish, and then this little road passing right now, which is a little bit all over the place, elevate you up as a bridge so we can go under there and access this side without having to create a junction to stop everybody and then make everybody crisscross. It's not the most efficient way to do it, but it's a simple way to kind of do this. So, okay, then my next goal would be, where am I then connecting or building this building? So how large is it? I could build it there, okay, but it's quite close to the edge. Right, if I did it there, it means I can then bring this road down to there. So it looks like it's all kind of slightly integrated. If I push this out a bit, it's going to cause some flooding. Oh, no, undo that one. Whoops. Alright, bulk it out a bit more there. Alright, it is what it is. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be, Sediak. It doesn't have to be. Yeah. Right, we're going to see some flooding right now happen. Oh, snap. So, it needs crops. That's the only downside to that. It needs crops. So the way around it could be I put a silo nearby, but it has to be within the farming area, or we just slowly wait for them to deliver crops nearby in general. Because, again, you can't put crops in one of these buildings. Put animal products, you can put flour in, but not... Oh, you can do... No, that's zoned farming products. Crops are not classed as zoned farming products. Which is kind of annoying. But it is what it is at the end of the day, isn't it? 'Tis what tit is. Yes. Yes. Right. Needs power. Needs petroleum, which we've already hooked up this over here to store petroleum, which has now just got 2% coming in. And that will need crops. So that's going to kind of need a constant supply of crops. I'm not too sure about this one. I'm not 100% sure right now. But we have a soft paper factory. Does that mean toilet paper? Is that what it means by soft paper factory? How are we doing over here? Still requires metals. We're still waiting for metals to come over. So, again, it'll probably take a little bit of time to start seeing those goods, because they're coming from both basically opposite ends of the map. That's what you got to remember. And these are waiting for... I mean, these are waiting for plastic. So, yeah, it works both ways, doesn't it? It really does. But we start to see more output. So, we got no... Even though we got loads of glass, there's no output because it's been taken to unique factories. That's the crazy thing. We need more glass over here, boys. Get it sent over right now. Get it all sent over. So for the next factory then, it's a car factory that needs animal products. We got the food factory that needs animal products. Sneaker factory which doesn't, which I can place the sneaker factory also down with the soft paper factory that we're kind of doing. We have the modular house which we could do, and we have the shipyard which we can do as well. All those stuff will kind of wait for another time because all these factories that I've just got in are going to need fine tuning as time goes on. We've got to fine-tune them to make sure that they can consistently have a decent supply of resources to be able to build what they want to build. So that's kind of what we have to kind of keep a lookout for. So they've now just got the plastics coming in. So we've got a nice little delicious supply there. Some stored locally as well, so hopefully we'll have a constant load coming in right now. It's got 1% metals, but it's not enough to do anything with. So we're still waiting for the products to make their arrival. Just wondering if we can see anything lying around. It could be that I just need to also up the production levels. It could be that as well, even though there's like a load there. But even them resources are going to be dwindling. Yeah, I think Ore Town needs a decent expansion. Because even if I did up the production buildings, again, we're importing goods, so it's just one of those things, isn't it, guys? It's just one of those things. Now, how is this since I connected it? It looks fine. Oil Town's starting to get a little bit of a backlog again, but it's nowhere near as bad as it once was. We're getting a little bit of a demand coming through over here. But we're able to hold it up. So many ships tooting around right now. Damn, son. And how are these let's go to like, so 171 that we're now seeing on this. We've managed to reduce the amount of people waiting at the blimp stands, as we added in an additional 6 more blimps on the line, which is pretty sweet. And we're starting to see a lot more goods being exported over here as well. So Woodville's doing pretty good, able to hold things up for us nicely. Our little furniture factory is doing the business. Nice. These have got goods all stored in for us. Nice to see. Toy factory doing business as well. We're making money. Well, I say we're making money when we're losing like 50,000 a week. But we're kind of making money. Finally got the metals in. Which we've got... Oh, no, okay, we haven't got any stored in there, so we should get some soon. But we've finally got some metals in right now, which we can start producing some fuel. Get that exported out as well, make some change. And when it comes to the industries, right now, because we've now literally sucked the life out of many of our industries to kind of provide it to these unique factories, some of them are looking like they're losing money, but that's only because they're sending rather than selling the goods, they're sending it to a unique factory, which then improves the value of it. But 40% of our total income within all the kingdoms right now comes from industries. And it's now slowly pushing its way up to 45%. Almost, guys, 50% of our income is from industries. That's how important, that is the lifeline that these industries are providing for us right now. And the income from the unique factories and stuff like that has rocketed. Whew. Damn. And I think on that note, guys, we're going to end it here. So hopefully that, sets a trend for us. Still waiting for crops right now. Let me know what the best way for me to bring crops over here would be, guys. But hopefully it sets a nice little trend for us right now. Where, this kind of becomes the backbone of all the industries. We now have something solid to stand behind us as we continue the growth and get that money coming in. But, yeah, there's still a few more factories that we need to get done, but I want to kind of focus on the supply chain, which means expanding the industries all over again, making sure that they're always overproducing. You make quite a bit of money off the Petroleum Refinery. That's good. That's good. But guys, we can end it for here anyway. I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good. Bye.